Okay, I wanted to do a little blooms garden update for you. So this is the entrance of what I call my secret garden. Um, it's always changing and new things happening. Right here at the right of the entrance, I have Carolina jasmine that's already bloomed. I've got another Asian jasmine that has not bloomed yet, so hopefully when it gets good and warm, it'll bloom this summer. There's daffodils still blooming. We've had such a strange year for spring. It got hot and then it stayed cooler, like really spring. Down in here, I don't know if you can see it, I've put one and then over here two hollyhocks. So when these are done and die back, the hollyhocks will come up. I've got some alyssum here. I just planted it from some seed start, so it's real small, but it will pick up really quick. On this side, I also have the daffodils. You can hear my husband on the golf cart in the background. And I've got 1, 2, 3 hollyhocks over here and some alyssum right here. So going around, coming under this little arch. It's just a little, nothing expensive arch that I got from my sister-in-law, and it doesn't matter really because you see this vine. It's called a chocolate vine. It's already bloomed, and there may be a few little leftover blooms. Yeah, there are. Like here's a little one right here. You can see those leftover blooms underneath. It bloomed actually twice. It flushed out twice, which it's never done. But anyways, it's going up that arch. So eventually it's about halfway gone. You won't even see the arch. So it doesn't really matter what it is. And on this side, I'm not sure if it's a good idea or not, but I planted that I started from seed 1, 2, and I think I've got a third one in there. What they are Boston ivy. And the reason I like Boston ivy, it's different than regular ivy, is in the wintertime, it turns red. So that's a beautiful thing to have. My hibiscus is coming back strong. I can't wait to see it. These are the big dinner plate. It'll have these big, huge pink flowers. My buddleia or butterfly bush is growing good. I'm thinking I might have some little bud ends, or it may just be growth, but I think that's where flowers are going to come out. In there, I just stuck some starts of some coleus. We'll see how it does. It looks like a squirrel might have got up in there and dug a little bit, but they're still going. All these little, from what I have looked up, it must have came with a plant that I got from a neighbor or, from somewhere. Anyways, it's a type of ground cover, and from what it looks like, I've looked at pennywort, but the pennywort I've seen usually is in boggy areas, and this isn't really a boggy area, so I'm not sure. But it's filling in this area, and as long as it just stays in this area, I'll probably have to keep it out of other areas. I'm fine with it. There's my trumpet vine. This is the first full year of it. I put it in last year, so this is the first time it's bloomed. So, excited about that. And then I have some roses here. The red tips means there's flowers to come. There's a bloom about to happen right here on this one. Excited about that. Roses are really pretty this time of year. This is a hardy begonia. It's never flowered for me, so maybe this year will be lucky. It did get that frost in February and it pushed it back a little bit, and there's a little piece over here of it I saw the other day. Let me see if I can find it. I know I saw a piece of the hardy begonia over here. That might be it, but I'm not sure. We'll just have to wait and see. When I first put it in, it was all the way across here, and so some of it's died back because it wasn't that hardy. This is a hardy geranium. I did see some little buds up underneath earlier, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, but I haven't seen anything since. This rose has got lots of buds. It's got some blooms that are spent. This is an Easter lily that is about to bloom. So we'll have lots of color right there when it blooms. And I'm thinking this is 2 roses, but I'm not sure because it looks like one. But there's a yellow rose and a pink rose. So it's got to be 2 different plants that are just real close together. Not sure how I did that. Right here is a Russian sage. Not sure if that's the best spot for it. I really should probably dig it up and put it in a fuller sun area. This is part to full sun here, so mostly full, but right here behind this building, my garden shed. Another rose, some annuals. I put in some bubblegum petunias just to kind of fill in spots, and it'll get real big and fill in. I saw a balloon flower blooming online the other day, and I can't wait to see this bloom. Another type of geranium. Let's see what it's called. Scented geranium. Pelargonium. Geraniums are pelargoniums. That's what they call them in England. But pink flowers May to July. So we're in May, so maybe we'll get some flowers soon. It's real small. I just planted it. It says it's scented, so I'm excited to see what it smells like. This is Mexican petunia. It'll be July or August before that thing blooms, but look at my bee balm. It's starting to bloom. Haven't seen a whole lot of pollinators yet, but I'm excited to see them. I think it warms up a little bit, we'll have a few more. My rose companion, excited for it to bloom. It should be blooming any day. I see some sort of spider or something on there. Not sure what that is. Salvia, I need to cut it back right there because it got hurt, and not sure what that is. I can't remember. So I'll be excited when it does something. Now this is one of my favorite plants. I guess because it blooms so prolifically. Oh my goodness. Look at 2 ladybugs. Do ladybugs mate? Is that a mating thing right there? There's 2, one on top of the other. Isn't that strange? Anyways, always good to see ladybugs in your garden. They eat the aphids and other bad things. My yellow poppies are blooming. My orange poppies have all fallen off, but there's some buds, so we'll have some blooms in a day or 2. Look at that beautiful orange rose. Isn't that gorgeous? It opens up, starts that color, and turns that color. Isn't that gorgeous? I need to come out here with my clippers and clip, down to the first of all this spent so it'll flush on out some more. That's how you keep your roses flushing. Russian sage, doing well. These things will get pretty tall and wispy and beautiful purpley flowers. Look at that lamb's ear. Isn't that neat looking? It's on top of something. Another plant here. And I don't remember what it is. They're kind of growing together. I need to figure out what that is. Good thing is in gardens, if you don't label everything, which I suggest labeling everything, but if you don't, then you kind of forget sometimes from year to year. Oh, I forgot about that plant. Oh, where's this plant? Like I have a couple of plants. I can't even think of their names right this second. That I don't know where they are. So we'll see if they come back. That's a rose. I had red roses up front, and when we redid our front bed, took off the porch and stuff, I dug them up and put them back here. This was all pastels, but it doesn't really bother me that there's red thrown in there. I mean, roses are beautiful no matter what color. Look at this rose. This is going to be a gorgeous rose when it blooms, because look how big the bud is. I can't remember what color it is, but it's going to be gorgeous. And those snapdragons are absolutely beautiful. I saw roses and snapdragons planted beside each other. Look, I've got a weed. Oh my God. I'm pretty sure this is a weed. But you know what? I'm going to wait and see what it looks like. Take a picture of it and make sure. That looks like a really big weed, but it could be something, so we'll wait and see. Sometimes if you not recognize weeds, there's certain weeds I recognize immediately and I pull them out. Like this crabgrass drives me crazy. But certain weeds you don't recognize. Hold on a minute.